जप जीवा प्रभ चरण तुम्हारे. Simple, precise, and to the point. The ardas of a Sikh is to always be imbued or colored with the name of God, to remember God at all times. Japa Jiva, that as long as I am alive, I remember you. And you flip the coin, when I stop remembering you, I am dead. I may not be physically dead, I may be physically alive in person, but spiritually I die when I stop remembering you, O God. So my prayer, dear God, is that I always remember you. This Shabad, which is in the Rag Vadhans, found on page 562 of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib. The first line then tells us how big is God. Is he measurable? Can you give him an address? Where do you find him? Guruji says, Tu beant ko virla jane. Ant means limited. Beant means limitless. Tu refers to God. Tu beant. You are infinite. You cannot be measured by any way also. And this also very few know. Ko virla jane. Very few recognize this, that God, you are infinite. So where do you find this wisdom of knowing the infinity of God, the oneness of God? Gur Prasad ko Shabad Pachane. By Guru's grace. Now let me remind you all, my sitting here and talking to you about the Guru's word is to me a divine blessing. It's because of Gur Prasad I'm able to share with you the little that I know. But Guru Pyareo, that is what it's all about, to share knowledge. Gur Prasad ko Shabad Pachane. And by God's grace, through the Shabad, as we are doing it now, we will eventually realize the infinite nature of God. Guruji then goes on to tell us, Diyal Purkh Mere Prabh Date. Diyal, another word we have heard many times. Purkh, a being. Mere, mine. Prabh Date, Prabh God, Date, giver. So, O my merciful and almighty God, O great giver, Dada, Data, Ek hai. So again the word Date, Data. Diyal Purkh mere Prabh Date, Jise janavo tine tum jate. Again, who is that rare person who gets to know you, O God? Gur Prasad, by the grace of the Guru and by the blessing of God himself. The mere mortal gets to know what, where, when, why God is. So again, as you repeat the Naam every day, as you read your Banis every day, slowly but surely, you get to know the meanings. We live in an age of instant me. We live in the age of everything to be done in the blink of an eye. But some things take a little longer. Wisdom takes a longer time. You might be able to Google and find anything you want to understand, to assimilate, to accept, to practice, takes a little longer. So here Guruji says, who gets to know where and what or how you are, jise janavo tine tum jate. You yourself, God, tell those you bless about your glory. Sada sada jai balhari. फिर के अगे रखिए जित दिसे दरबार. What can I give God when God gave me life? Sada sada jai balhari. So forever and ever I give my all to you, O God. Easier said than done. Guru Pyareo, in our Sikh history, there have been many instances of Sikhs who chose not to live and never gave up their faith. Sada sada jai balhari. It ut dekho ot tumari. Everywhere I go, now and hereafter I seek your protection. We all are familiar with a very simple song you've heard being discussed. Tu mera pita, tu hai mera mata, tu mera bandap, tu mera prata. You are my father, you are my mother, you are my friend, you are my brother. But more than that, tu mera rakha sabni thai. You are my protector. Gur ka shabd rakhware chauki chauk gird hamare. When the Guru's Shabad is with you, remember Charan, the feet, the Shabad in your mind, he will stop you from taking the wrong step. It ut dekho ot tumari, I get your protection and I seek your protection here and hereafter. So God protects us through the wisdom of the Shabad Guru, which he has blessed us to have, passed on to us by the Gurus themselves. So remember, the Sri Guru Granth Sahib was completed, compiled, signed and sealed by Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji before he passed on. Guru Pyari Sat Sangat Ji, he will talk of destiny. Our destiny as a Sikh is to find God through the guidance and teachings of the Shabad Guru. Now look at the humility of the Guru. Mohe nirguna guna kichuna jata. In the words of the Almighty Guru, he refers himself to be a person of no virtue. Would any of us stand in public and say that? Not me at least. Mohe nirguna guna kichuna jata. I don't know anything. I am virtueless. I have no knowledge, much less divine knowledge. Now look at how the Guru puts into us the seed of humility. And then he says, Nanaka sadhu dekha manrata. Here sadhu refers to Satguru, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Guruji says, sadhu dekha manrata. By seeing the Satguru, by listening to the Shabad Guru, by reading the Guru's Bani, I am filled up with you, I am filled up with my love for you. Guru Pyari Sat Sangat Ji. All of us, when we achieve something, we normally like to pat ourselves on the back. Nothing wrong in that. Most probably by dint of hard work and burning the candle at both ends, we may have achieved what we set out to achieve. We sometimes forget that everything that we may take for granted is by the grace of God Himself. And the Shabad Guru teaches us how to appreciate the grace of Guru and the bounty that come to us in the form of God's gift. Guru Pyareo, when we go back to the Shabad, Tu Byant ko virla jane, you are infinite. Not many realize that. Gur Prasad ko Shabad pachane. You are recognized as being infinite with the help and teaching of the Shabad Guru. And this is the ardas of the servant, the sevak, the Sikh. Sevak ki ardas pyare. Again pyar. Prem, pyar. which is what Sikhi is all about. Jap jiva prabha charana tumare. I live by reciting the word of the Guru, by having the word of the Guru in my heart and mind. Guru Pyari Sat Sangat Ji, Guruji says, At Sundar, Kuleen, Chatur, Mukh Jnani Tanvant, Mirtak kahi hai Nanka, Je Preet Nahi Bhagwant. You may be the richest man in the world. You may be the smartest, the most cunning person in the world. You might be the crookedest of all crooks. You might be the wisest of all that are wise. But if you don't have a place for God in your mind, you are a living dead person or a dead living person. Mirtak kahi hai nanka, je preet nahi bhagwant. Jap jiva prabha charan tumare. So we live by reciting, not just reciting, but making the conscious effort to understand what the Guru says. Manne ki gat kahi na jaye, je ko kahe piche pachtaye. In the same manne diyan paudiyaan, Guru says, manne muh chota na khaye. If you believe what the Guru says, you will never be pushed around. And when families are concerned, manne tare tare go sikh. Before that, manne parvare sadar. You will be able to help your family become better people. Remember, you've heard this line repeated. Babaniya kahaniya, pota sapota karen. Those watching, many of you may already be parents. If you have not already become parents, you may be aspiring to become parents. Wouldn't you like to have children who become better children? And Guruji says, you become a better child if your parents have been sharing with you the power of Gurbani. Guru Pyareo, in this Shabad, Diyal Purkh Mere Pravdate, Jise Janavo Tine Tum Jate. Most of us were taken by our little fingers to the Gurdwara, and our love for the Guru began from there. Make it a point to continue that. If you are a young parent, take your children to the Gurdwara. If you aspire to be a parent, make it a point to take your children to the Gurdwara, because just like your love for the Guru grew from the Gurdwara visits, the same way the coming generation needs to be shown what the love for the Guru can do for them. Guru Pyareo, Guruji says, Sada Sada Jai Balhari, It Ut Dekho Ot Tumari. Remember the days we sat for exams, and before the exam we prayed very hard. Not only we prayed, our mothers prayed for us to ensure we pass. But don't forget, if you don't work hard, there ain't no miracles in this world. So you work hard. You want to get good results. Your parents will give you everything you need to get good results, because eventually you will be referred to as so-and-so son or daughter. We are the children of Guru Gobind Singh. Wouldn't it be nice if our spiritual father felt good that, hey, look at my kids. They are learning all that the Gurus had to say to them. They are going on the path. And remember always, no matter how far we go, in the last line Guruji says, Mohe nirguna guna kichu na jata. It is a drop in the ocean of divine knowledge as contained in the Guru Granth Sahib. And where do you aspire to make the little drop grow bigger? Nanaka sadhu dekha man rata. By meeting with others with similar interests, with similar aspirations, as they are referred to as fellow travelers on the path of Sikhi, you will increase your knowledge and get closer to the Guru. Guru Pyareo, if I follow what the Guru says, the Guru will take care of me. There are no don'ts. You know, so beautiful part of Sikhi is there is nothing that says if you don't. It only says do. Jo to prem khelan ka chao. If you choose to play the game of love, come. Nowhere in the Guru Granth Sahib, if you don't, because Guruji is referring and talking to intelligent people. And intelligent people don't need to be reminded of what is good for them. Intelligent people don't need to be told what is good for them. Guru Pyari Sat Sangat Ji, the intelligence given to you by God needs to be molded by the Guru's word, Tithya Kadiya, Surt, Mat, Man, Buddh. And don't forget, in the last part of Guru Granth of Japji Sahib, where you have the 38th body, Jat Pahara, Tiraj Sanyar, Ehran Mat, Ved Hathyar. Knowledge is power, and divine knowledge is even more powerful. Guru Pyari Sat Sangat Ji, as we travel along this path, make it a point to look up these Shabads on your software, or go to the Gurudwara, or get an Amrit Kirtan. Look at it, delve on it, think of it, and the words are becoming more and more familiar. And like I said, all these Shabads on Ardas, in this Shabad we saw the word Ardas for the first time, and let this be the Ardas of all of us, that we become better Sikhs. Guru Rakha, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki